Hey, Mahmoud MemberStack here, and welcome to MemberScript 180. In this video, I'm going to show you how to allow members to edit live CMS blog post content. So if I logged into my account and click on a particular blog post, I will be able to edit this post. And then I can also add the slug. And if I attempted to add a slug that was incorrect, for example, if I just typed the exact heading here without formatting it in a slug format, the script will also be able to pick that up. And if I just copy this as the body, and then I can start this content right on the left side here. And then if I attempt to submit it, you'll see that I get an error message because the slug has not been formatted correctly. And this will make sure that your users are always formatting the slugs correctly. So if I change that over here. And now when I submit this form, this will redirect me to the new updated blog post. As you can see, that has been updated. And this has all been updated without having to log into Webflow. Okay, so let me show you how this works in the back end. In Webflow, you are going to need to add MemberScript 180, and you're going to add that to your collection or your blog post template. So script 180 should look like this. If you're watching this on YouTube, the link to that code should be in the description below. And if you're watching this on the MemberStack site, then you should have already seen the code. The script comes with two parts. So it's the script itself and then the CSS for the rich text area. The CSS you do not need to touch or edit. Just leave that as is. Okay, so on the blog post template, you will now have a form over here that will essentially be your edit a blog post form. So for this to work, you are going to need to add the following attributes. Firstly, on the form itself, you are going to add the attribute of data MS code edit blog form. And then the container just above the form, the one that's wrapping the form, you are going to add the attribute of data MS content members. You can also add another data MS content attribute. For example, if you want this to only be visible to premium members or to admin members, and you have a gated content group for that, then you can add data MS content admin or premium on the form wrapper. And then you are now going to add a code embed, and within that you're going to have a hidden member ID, so you know who submitted this update, also the member email, and then the CMS ID of that blog post, so you know which blog post has been edited. Okay, so back to the form. For your blog post title, you are going to add another attribute of data MS code blog title. For your slug, you're going to add data MS code blog slug, summary, blog summary, and then body, you're going to add data MS code blog content. And then for the submit button is data MS code submit edit. Okay, that is the first part. The next part is to set up a webhook so that we can get a webhook URL and add that to our script over here. So here is where you replace the webhook URL. So we are going to head over to Make and set up the automation so that we can update this blog post. Heading over to Make, here, you're going to need to add a webhook modal. So that will give you your webhook URL, and then you're going to copy that over to your script and paste it over here. Please replace this in order for this to work. And then the next modals are going to be to get the member that has submitted that update, and then we're going to update that item inside of Webflow with all of the changes from the webhook that we've received. And then we are going to publish that item, the one that was just edited, and then the last step is to publish the site. And that's it. Once you've set this all up, admin members can now edit blog posts without having to log into Webflow. So they can just do it on the live site. Okay, if you have any questions on this, feel free to reach out in the Slack 2.0 channel. Bye.